Instead of going to college after high school, Dustin Hudspeth and Brandon Puckett decided to take a different journey.
I decided to join the Marine Corps mainly for selfless service. I'm pretty compassionate towards people, and I've always kind of had I've always wanted to serve in some way for my country, so I chose to join the military. I'm passionate about the Marine Corps in part because of the discipline. I've always been attracted to, a degree of discipline in my life, and especially the selfless service thing that I've said earlier. But also a big part of it is it takes a special person to join the military and, put their lives out there for other people, and that's what I'm passionate about, is, ensuring the protection of the country and people, and I don't know, that's what drives me to stay in.
I knew I didn't want to go to college after high school, and I honestly didn't know until one day one of my friends came up to me and said that he's joining the Marine Corps, so I was like, oh, well, that must be fun. This will affect my life and bettering me as a person and making me a better man and more disciplined, and it's just a stepping stone for my life. It's not that hard, but for people that don't train and eat unhealthy and do all the stuff they're not supposed to be doing, it could be very hard. But for those that work at what they're supposed to be doing, it's not hard at all.
Well, twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays for now, we have PT. That's physical training for the Marine Corps. Once a month on a Saturday, usually the second Saturday of every month, we go to this thing called an IST where they test you. And you have to have all the qualifying scores and everything else, and outside of that, you can't really just pass with just doing 2 days a week working out, though. Every day I work out pretty much, and so does everyone else that's in, or at least if they're performing well, they are. Usually every day, twice a day. So our regiment is we get up at 5:15, and then we go work out before school for about an hour and a half.
At the Y.
Yeah, and then we go to school. We go during lunch. We'll run a mile for time. We try to do it as quick as possible so we can at least get our food in before we, have to go back to class. And then after that, in the afternoons, we usually do our circuit training and HIT training and stuff like that.
Mr. Burrell, our school librarian, informs us on his experiences with the military and his thoughts on high school seniors joining the armed forces.
I joined the Army. I wanted to join when I was much younger. I was 41 when I joined. I joined with my oldest son. We went into basic training and AIT at the same time, which was very unique. But the reason I joined is that I'm a patriot. I love my country. I wanted to serve, and I thought that was the best way to do it at the time. I said I joined with my oldest son, which was very unique. The drill sergeants had a field day with us because we were the only father-son team that was there. So that was, again, it was a unique experience. They picked on us at first, but we became, they figured out that we were good soldiers. And we had held leadership positions there shortly thereafter. It gives me a unique perspective. We talk about veterans. We talk about veterans being acknowledged and understood. You see the homelessness and the poverty that a lot of veterans suffer when they come back because they really have no other skill set, or they've been so damaged from the experiences that they've had that they just can't function in normal life. It gives me a unique perspective there. I've not had to deploy overseas. My son has. He's been over there 4 times. Long story there. But again, a greater appreciation for the sacrifice that our men and women in uniform make, and it's one that we need not forget. Sometimes some students join the military in order to get help to go to college. They'll pay for your college. But if that's the only reason you're joining, I would say don't do it. If you're going to join the military, especially in this day and time, expect to serve, expect to be deployed overseas.